Hey, you want to be rich? Stop buying ripped online courses. I just want to tell you these 3 factors that are missing from any ripped online course. Here's why you're yourself when you buy ripped online courses. So you want to be rich? My advice, stop buying ripped online courses. First thing, I'm not here to tell you to stop pirating. That is totally up to your decision. I mean, let's be real, pirating will always exist. Pirate Bay has been there forever. They live literally off Bitcoin and Litecoin. I'm just here to tell you that pirating does come with a cost. And you're probably wondering, what is that cost? Well, I'm here to tell you. But before I get into it, make sure to like my video and also hit the subscribe button with the bell so you get notified for all my videos. So you want to be rich? Well, stop buying ripped online courses. Hey, you know, I've been there. I know what it's like not to have money. I was that college student and I remember seeing all these prices when digital courses started becoming more popular. One of the first courses I ever bought was Ramit Sethi's Earn 1K course. And it was a lot of money. It was at least maybe $1,000, and that was back in 2006. Nowadays, there's courses all over the place, right? Dan Lok has a course. Pretty much every single influencer, they pretty much have a course out, and a lot of them are getting really, really pricey. And I get it. A lot of people might feel that, hey, why aren't these courses free? And I'm here not to tell you to stop pirating, but to really tell you that there is a cost of pirating these ripped courses and buying from people who are just ripping these videos off from sites and reselling them. First of all, if you're doing that, you are ripping off people's hard ass work. I know what it's like to create a course. It takes a lot of time. You're probably wondering, well, what is this cost that you're talking about, Kevin? Rather than just sort of tell you about, you know, why you're fucking yourself over, I'm really here to really tell you a story. And so this actually happened pretty recently. It happened maybe about 2 weeks ago, actually. If you don't know, sometimes I still take closing calls with my different funnels. So every once in a while, I'll jump on the phone with a closing prospect. For this one, it was Dan Lok's high ticket closer course. And he jumped on the phone, seemed like he really, like, during the application, he said he really wanted to prove himself to me and stuff, which I feel like is kind of weird, right? Whenever I see that, I don't know, it just felt off. So, but either way, I'm just like, hey, let's take this phone call and see what this person needs help with, because I think taking closing calls is one of the best ways to help people, just to help people feel a lot more clear about what they're getting into. So I jump on the phone with this kid, and right away he was like, I already bought the course, and he just want to learn how to find clients. And if you're a closer, you know how annoying this can be. It's not that because we don't want to help people, but you know, sometimes like you're expected, it's the intention of the call. You know, I rather have people just be flat, straight up, you know, and just be like, hey, you know, I needed help with this. But you don't go through somebody's funnel to ask these questions, right? You have to reach out to a community. So that was red flag number 1, right? But you know, for me, like, it doesn't matter. I blocked out my schedule. I was like, hey, you know what? This kid, he sounds like he's really lost. Maybe I can help him, right? And so, yeah, he started asking me about how to find more clients. And as we're diving into it, I was asking him, how many people have you really reached out to for securing your first client? And I remember he gave me this number, like, dude, it was like 5 or something like that. And I was like, really? You really think, like, let me ask you, how experienced are you? How much marketing knowledge do you have? What kind of background you have? And this kid, he actually pushed carts at Walmart. You know, there's nothing wrong with pushing carts. I pushed carts when I was like 16 years old too, man. So I know how it is, man. Like, I get it, right? And I was like, okay. And he was telling me, like, I was like, well, you're pushing carts at Walmart. And he was like, yeah, I decided to take a job because I really wanted to pay for this course and Jason Capital's course. And I just needed money to pay for it. I was like, great, hardworking kid. Awesome. I was like, well, how far are you along in the course? And then he was telling me that he was like 3 weeks in. I was like, 3 weeks in? That's really, really weird, because the last season just graduated just a week ago. So I was like, wait, that's another red flag. I was like, what the hell? So this kid, I don't know if he's like really behind. I want to give people a benefit of doubt. I don't want to just call people out because they're lying, but I was like, wait, can you explain that to me? What exactly happened? And he was just like, well, you know, I came in late. I'm just really, really behind. I'm like, okay, no problem, right? I was like, and you're already trying to approach clients. I stop him. I'm just like, hey, are you even in the position to manage clients, by the way? And he was like, I should be. I was like, week 3 is all about learning how to close. So you don't even have the skill yet to develop, to like handle clients. And he was like, oh, okay, I get it. I need to practice more, right? I was like, well, how many role plays or how many role plays have you gone through? How many times have you really been practicing, right? Practicing the skill of sales and closing. And then he was like, maybe like 12 times. I was like, okay. And you expect to manage clients? I was like, I'm not trying to say this to be an ass, but I was just trying to just give him a very realistic point of view, because sometimes like you just need that realistic POV, man. And so I was like, who have you been role playing with? And he was like, my brother. I was like, what the fuck? That is really, really weird. And then like literally I was like, okay, why aren't you practicing on Discord? And he was like, Discord? What's Discord? At this point, if you have taken HTC, we have this community where we always like practice role plays and stuff, or we practice sales calls. And at this point, so many red flags are coming out, and I give him the out. I was just like, hey kid, honestly, doesn't matter to me. Like, I am not pissed at you, but I do not want you like I rather just have you be straight up and honest with me. Did you actually buy the course with your own money? And then he was like, of course I did. I paid $24.95. I was like, that's weird. I was like, so you definitely bought it? Because honestly, I'm just gonna be real with you. Everything that you're saying does not add up, and I get the feeling that you didn't buy this course. He was like, I definitely bought it. I was like, cool. So let me ask you, what's stopping you from reaching out to a community to get help from this program? And he was like, there's a Facebook group. I was like, oh my God, dude. Like, I'm just like, okay, make sure you join the Facebook group. If you're really legit, post the Facebook video in it and tag me. And because I don't want to be helping someone that didn't really buy this course, right? And then he was like, yeah, I'll definitely do that, right? And he ends up Facebooking friending with me, and I literally texted the organization, and they verified that this person was not a existing member. So all these red flags come up, and I just confront the kid. I was like, wow, okay. I shot him a video to show him that, hey, listen, I caught you red-handed. You can never be on my team now. I just kept it very short. I didn't want to make it too long. And then he comes back to me and has the balls to ask me this one question. Do you have to take Dan Locke's high ticket closer course to be on your team? I know I can close. And rather than just say fuck no, I asked him 3 things, right? You wasted my time and lied to me for about 30 minutes. I gave you an out and you still decided to continuously lie to me. I had to research you and go out my way, and you never came out to me that you lied. And so at this point, if you were in my shoes, what would you do? He was like, I wouldn't work with me, right? And I told him straight up, at this point, it's not even about the course. Why the fuck would I ever trust you with a client? I can't even trust you. And so I just wanted to tell you these 3 factors that are missing from any ripped online course. You know what these are? I learned this actually from Scott Olsford, but there's 3 things that you need for every single course. You need to be able to learn the skills. You need to have accountability and the mentorship. Any great program, they will have all 3, right? And so you might be asking, well, what exactly are these, right? So the skills is actually learning the actual skill, right? So a lot of people do it through the video part. When you rip a course, you learn the how to do it. So this is when your knowledge base is sort of expanding, right? What is accountability? Well, it's actually doing the fucking work, right? So you know how that coach, you know, if you're in wrestling or you're in basketball, think about that coach that always pushes you to do more and more and more, right? And then there's the third aspect, which is the mentorship. And think about this is the how to do it. Think about skills is like what to do, but mentorship is how do I do it? So it's the process. Think about it. If you want to make a change, you need to adapt, right? And you need to go through, you need to be supported through some growing pains, right? And that's what the mentorship is for. So when you buy a pirated course or ripped online course, where are you going to get your help? Where are you going to go to accountability? The guy who fucking sold you that $40 ripped course that really costs $3,000? Really? You're going to go to him for help? I don't think so. I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking right now, hey, honestly, Kevin, I think you're wrong. I can find my own accountability. I can find my own mentorship. Great. You want to just take this course and just learn the knowledge base, learn the skills? Let me ask you this. Would you ever get surgery from a neurosurgeon who just only read books, had zero practice? How comfortable would you be? Hey, if you're comfortable, go ahead. But you see my point. Now this kid, I don't think he's a bad kid for doing this, right? I don't want to victimize him. But here's the thing, you just sabotaged a relationship. Not only with me, you sabotaged it with that influencer. And here's the thing, one of the ways I get a lot of my clients is because I have a existing relationship with a certain community, and I have an existing relationship with that person who's teaching the course. Why do you pop out when you buy somebody's course? Well, you added value. And guess what? You can't be a good closer if you were not a consumer. And here's the thing too, I know what the customer journey is like firsthand, right? The customer experience from know, like, and trust. So I can really empathize how people are feeling. But when you buy a ripped course, there's no skin in the game. You're not actually taking out your wallet and putting money down. One of the things that really got to me was he was like, I know I'm a great closer, right? And I was like, oh my God, like I couldn't. In my head, I'm like, dude, how can you even be a good closer if you can't even convince yourself to buy a course, right? How the fuck are you ever going to convince anyone else to buy a course? So the moral of the story is, hey, don't sell out short-term pain for long-term gain. So if you buy a ripped course, hey, think about it. Is this a long-term or short-term decision, right? Do you want a relationship with that influencer, with that community? Think about how strong it is. All the rich people I know say that your net worth is based off your network, right? So why wouldn't you take advantage of that opportunity, right? And here's the last thing. When you pay for something out of your own pocket, do you take it more seriously or less seriously? When you pay for something, you take it a lot more seriously. For example, well, let me ask you, which library do you think would be busier? The local free library or the college campus library when on finals week, people are cramming? Why are they cramming? Because there's skin in the game. Because if they don't pass, they're in some deep shit. Anyways, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let's have a discussion. It's perfectly fine if you disagree with me. Let's just keep it civil, man. Don't be a fucking troll because I'll just delete your comment. But let's have let's talk about this. And finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and hit the bell button so that you get more videos on either pharmacy, life, or how to win more clients, right? For your closing agency. Anyways, guys, I will talk to you guys later. Take care.